Imagine a disease so deadly that it wiped out nearly a third of Europe's population. That's over 25 million people. Streets filled with bodies, entire towns disappeared, and the world was in chaos. This was the Black Death, and it spread fear as quickly as it spread death. Picture walking through a city in 1348. The usually bustling streets are eerily quiet. The air smells bad, and the markets are empty. Every door has a big cross on it, showing that people inside are either sick or dead. It felt like life had stopped, and fear was everywhere. No one knew what was happening or how to stop it. The city felt like a ghost town, filled with sadness and fear. The Black Death was caused by a tiny germ called Yersinia pestis. It came to Europe on ships from the east. These ships carried goods but also brought the disease. It spread incredibly fast, killing people everywhere. The symptoms were terrifying: fever, vomiting, and big painful lumps that turned black. These lumps, called buboes, gave the disease its name. Seeing these blackened swellings meant you were going to die soon, and that scared everyone. People were terrified of catching the disease and seeing their loved ones suffer. Back then, people didn't know about germs, so they made up reasons for the plague. Some thought it was a punishment from God, others blamed bad air, and some even thought it was because of the stars. They tried all sorts of strange cures, like drinking potions made of jewels or sitting in sewers, hoping the bad smell would chase the plague away. These ideas didn't work, but they show how desperate people were. People were willing to try anything to save themselves and their families, even if it seemed crazy. The plague didn't just kill people, it made everyone act very strangely. Some people went around whipping themselves, thinking it would make God forgive them. Others blamed their neighbors for the plague and accused them of witchcraft. There were even rumors that some groups of people couldn't get sick, which led to many innocent people being killed. This chaos made the scary situation even worse. People were scared and confused, and they often made things worse by acting out of fear. Even though the Black Death was a huge tragedy, it also changed society in surprising ways. With so many people dead, there were not enough workers, so the ones who were left could ask for more money. This helped to end the feudal system, where peasants had very few rights. The shortage of workers also led to new inventions in farming and industry, which eventually brought about the Renaissance, a time of great change and progress. This shows that even in dark times, society can change and improve in unexpected ways. The Black Death also changed art and literature. Painting started to show more scenes of death and decay. Writers like Boccaccio wrote stories about people's experiences during the plague. These artworks and stories help us understand what people felt and thought during those dark times, and they show how people used art to cope with their fears. Art became a way for people to express their feelings and make sense of the chaos around them. The Black Death tested people's faith in the church. Many priests died while helping the sick, and some saw the plague as a punishment from God. People became more religious, hoping to be spared. But many also started to doubt the church because it couldn't stop the plague. This doubt laid the groundwork for future religious changes, like the Protestant Reformation. The plague made people question their beliefs and look for new answers. Trade routes were the lifelines of medieval Europe, but also spread the plague. Ships brought goods like spices and silk, but also carried rats and fleas with the deadly germ. The same connections that brought wealth to Europe now spread death quickly. Ports like Genoa, Venice were hit first, and the disease moved fast from there. The trade networks that once brought prosperity now became a deadly web. Trade, which had been a source of wealth, turned into a source of death. Modern science has helped us learn more about the Black Death. Studies suggest it might have started in Kyrgyzstan. Scientists have used new technology to study old DNA from plague victims, helping us understand how the disease spread so quickly. By studying these old pandemics, we can learn how to fight new ones better, showing us that even old diseases can teach us important lessons. Understanding the past helps us be better prepared for the future. The Black Death shows us how fragile we are, but also how strong we can be. By looking at the strange and scary parts of this pandemic, we learn more about history and how big events shape the world. Even when things seem hopeless, humans have always found ways to adapt, change, and survive. This resilience is a powerful reminder that we can overcome great challenges and come out stronger. The Black Death teaches us valuable lessons about our world. Thanks for joining us on this journey into the past. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Until next time, keep exploring the oddities of history.